I've taken the HEYBIKE Mars 2.0 up here to Lake Tobesofkee, to one of the two campgrounds that are here. This is Claystone Park, but when I hit this thing on full power, it takes off like a rocket. This thing will fly. They talk about having a 1,000-watt motor and 1,800-watt surge. Wow, when that surge kicks in, it takes off. The HEYBIKE comes in this very large box here. It's well packed. I've already pulled it out and it's still wrapped up, and let's go ahead and get started with the assembly. Now let me mention this about the assembly. It's not very difficult. I've probably put together 6 or 8 of these e-bikes over the last year or so, and with some basic tool skills. The directions are very easy to follow in most of these e-bike installations. Well, I'm going to make the assumption, I haven't even looked at them yet on the Mars 2.0. But this, as I pull it out, was very well packed. It doesn't look like there's any damage, still wrapped up. So let's get the box out of the way and get this thing started assembly. What little bit there is. Well, I'm at pre-assembly now. This is everything out of the box. Probably took 5 or 6 minutes just to kind of get all the strapping and all the pieces and parts. It does kind of come pre-assembled. One of the things that I do like is it comes with plastic fenders. A lot of times with many of your e-bikes, this is an upgrade, a $50 to $60 upgrade for these fenders. Partially assembled on the back. I'm going to have to do the ones up front. I love these 20" by 4 fat tires on these small bikes. You can put them at proper pressure and it really softens up the ride on those bumps, especially if you're taking this off on trails. If you saw when we were up in Bryson City, Deep Creek, had my Deep Creek hat on today, we were using a bike with fat tires. Oh, it made it so much better. And this is also a nice standard piece that comes with the bike. You didn't have to order this extra. Sometimes this too is almost $100 upgrade. Nice heavy duty aluminum rear rack with peg points so that you can mount things on the outside. Anything from like molly bags to water bottle bags, those types of things. So I really like that too. That's standard. And you know, the battery will snap in here. You'll see that here in just a few minutes. Handlebars are laying here gently. I put them there, and then here's the front fork. Okay, I always start with the handlebars because I'm going to flip this upside down in just a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and get it started. It comes with a relatively nice memory foam seat. Now, if you have something that you want to, let's say after you ride this, and you want something a little softer, a little wider, depending on the nature of your backside, they do have an upgrade you can order. Okay, that only took a minute to put that on. I'm going to go ahead and mount this tail light on the back. Okay, wires are a little loose. I'll get those dressed up in just a minute. Let's go ahead and get the front wheel, front fender. Go ahead and get that put on. Okay, to put the front wheel on, the first thing that we want to do is pull out this little plastic tab that has protected the disc brakes during shipment. So we've got that pulled out. All right, and then as you put this inside the wheel, you want to make sure you take that extra moment to get it right in that disc brake. Now, I can't quite show it in the tab, but there are washers that have here on the side that have a little finger that fits inside that. That is like an added safety feature to keep these wheels in place, and you want to make sure those go in the little provided slot. Nice and tight. Check and double check. There we go. Now, I mentioned about these fender kits. If you do get an e-bike without them, get them. I did that once, and wow. If you're in any type of wet or loose sand or gravel, it just, it gets all over you. Oh, nice big LEDs on this. They do have a card with a QR code that you can get both the operating instructions as well as the assembly instructions. So you do all that, a paperless system. Seat fully adjustable. I like that. The battery just snaps right in. Charging port is over here on the side. You have 2 sets of keys. Put one up if you ever have to pull the battery, or you want to get 2 batteries, like you're going to be doing long rides and going over 45 miles, then you might want to order you a second battery and throw it in your backpack and give you a lot more distance. There is a switch over here that you turn off and on, and also your charging port is over here. You have to turn the switch on to get power, and then there is a button here that I'll give you a close-up on in just a second to actually turn the display on. I love this display, wait till you see it. It's really a nice setup. I love this luggage rack, very heavy duty. You can put, they have other types of accessories that you can buy for it. For the front, they have a tray that you can put on front if you want to use this more like a cargo. And of course, you have trays that you can put back here. I'll share with you, I just like the big old milk carton that the milk crate, and I bungee cord them back here, and I use that to do my grocery store runs, or will use it for my grocery store runs. Really nice cable management here. They've got this little Velcro, like a bag here, that keeps all the cables in place. Really, really nice. Controls are very accessible. So let me just grab the camera and come over here, and I will show you some of the features. It really is a very, very nice bike. I'm looking very forward to getting it out on the road. This is the HEYBIKE Mars 2.0 version. So this is their newest version, and this comes in 2 styles. You can get it as a 750 watt version, that is the motor, or you can get the 1000 watt version, and I'll give you the differences. They're subtle, but there are a couple differences between the 2 bikes. Let me give you the common components of all of those. The frame is an aluminum alloy. I really like that. The bike weighs 75 pounds, folds up really nice. I'll show you that in just a minute. Max weight is 330 pounds, so both the rider and the cargo. It has a 600 watt hour battery. I really like the tires on these. I mentioned this earlier. It's a 20-inch by 4-inch. Top speed of this, we'll see if it really is this, is 32 miles per hour. Aside from the specifications, I want to show you just some of the features up close with the camera that I think are very, very nice. It's very ergonomic. I like the feel of it very, very much. And let's look at those really close. So for starters, this is the power. This has to be turned on at the battery to operate properly. So it's got an off and an on. Here is your charging port. And then if for some reason you needed it, you also have the ability to use a USB connection here, say to charge up your phone. And then over on this side, we can look and see how full the battery is. So right now we have a full battery from the factory, so that's nice as well. I mentioned this cargo carrier. I did want to give you a close-up on it. It is very, very nice. Again, it has a 120-pound rating. Very, very nice cargo carrier. And then I call it pegboard or peg, that you could strap some things to it, like water bottles, toolkit, saddlebags, those types of things. Very, very, very nice. And you got to admit, this orange is pretty, isn't it? Now, I will show you this as far as the disc brakes. Again, this is the 1000 watt version. So it does come with disc brakes front and back. So here's your back disc brakes. They are hydraulic. And then we have them up front as well. It does fold up, and I will show you it folded in just a moment, but you have a release here that folds the handlebars down. And then, of course, here in the middle, we've got a hinge and lock that is used to fold it to. Now let's look at how the handlebars and the controllers are laid out. I mentioned this earlier. These have the nice, what I call palm rest. Really makes it nice. They can be adjusted to whatever your height is. You can either rotate the handlebar, or once you get your handlebar set up right, there are some set screws here that you can move it up and down. Nice controls for your hydraulics. This is your speed control. So if you're not wanting to use pedal assist and just use this purely from a motorized standpoint, this is where you would control your speed. It does have a 7-speed Shimano derailleur. So, just setting that like that. This is for your pedal assist, which I use a lot. All right, so we've turned the power onto the bike. You still have to turn the controller on. So 3 buttons here. This front button turns the power onto the controller. You have option buttons here on the side that I'll show you. These are the option buttons, and then you have a plus and a minus, and that's for setting up your power assist modes. Plus, bring it up; minus, bring it down; 0, treat it just as a bike. You have miles per hour. Then, using the top button here to select the options that are down on the bottom. And this is a little bit small here for the camera, but we have a trip, odometer. This turns it on to max speed, and then this will give you your average speed that you've been going as well. And then I like this as well. This will give you your battery reading, so you don't have to get off and push the button on the back to determine how much power that you've got left. That's very nice. And then if you're driving this at night and you don't want that bright light in your face, it also has a night mode that I like a lot. Here is your button for your headlight, and boy, this thing is bright. Very bright headlight here. Let me show this to you. Big bright LEDs. This will probably blind the camera. It does. It wipes it out. And then, of course, the ever important beep. So, if somebody gets in the way or you need to let them know that you're coming, you've got that as well. Very nice setup. Very comfortable. I'm looking forward to getting some air in these tires and taking it out on the road. Before I go on the ride, I just wanted to show you how small this package is, all folded. You can see it is going to go inside the camper there. We'll put it on that right-hand side. It's going to just fit like a glove. It's going to be absolutely perfect. You can see just about how large it is. A nice small package. I'm going to really like that. Pretty light. Not too bad to pick up. Kind of show you a back view of it. So you can kind of see what the back view looks like. So let me fold you, and I'm going to show you one other thing before we take this on our test drive. Well, first thing that I would strongly suggest you doing is downloading the HEYBIKE app. This is mine here, and I just want to show you some personalization that you can do. And you can set this up for, your top speed. You see I have mine set for 30 miles an hour. You can set how you want your pedal assist to be. You can set it up for a 0-3 assist, a 1-3 assist, a 0-5, or a 1-5. Now I have mine on 0-5, and that gives me the ability to use it in the 0 mode, which would be no pedal assist at all if I choose to do that. So I like that. But this is what I really encourage you doing, is setting up your speed limiter. You can see my levels 1 through 5 that I have here. So, I've got a little cruising speed at 8 miles per hour. This would be your top pedal assist if you're just on a flat speed. Now, if you're going down a hill, you're going to go faster than that. And then if you're just using the throttle, it will only, in level 1, will only go 8 miles an hour, level 2, 10 miles an hour, etc., etc. And you can take this thing up. If you want level 5 to go up over 35 miles an hour, you can do it. This bike will fly. But I have mine set for a little bit lower speed. So I would encourage you to personalize it and get your bike set up just like you want. Now let me show you one other setting that you can do. So this is something else that I wanted to show you. I'll turn this on. Before I take this out on the road. I'm going to play with this just a little bit, and it's just for the sake of the video and timing, I probably won't go through an exact tuning just the way I want it. And look, it's going to be personal for everyone. But this is the first bike that I have seen where the e-bike controller, and they have documentation on it that you can download from the card that they send you, that you can go into really a very, very fine tuning. So aside from what I showed you with the Bluetooth app that goes on your smartphone, you come here to your pedal assist control, plus and minus, and you hold that down for about 3 seconds, and this will put you in the fine tuning mode. So I won't go through all these, but this is your first one. This is your backlight. These are set up in pages, so this is page 1, and you can set up how dark or light you want your backlight to be when you're riding at night. And then to change it, you just hit this I button, which is the top button right here. Hitting +2 is where you would set page 2, whether you want it set up for kilometers or miles per hour. This is where you set the voltage up for your battery. And page 4 is the area that I've been playing with the most, and this is how I want to set my ratios and the responses of my pedal. So on 4, if you notice here, I've got it in 0-5, meaning 0 is no pedal assist, and then it goes up through 5 pedal assist. You can change that. You saw that on the Bluetooth app. So I am going to hit the I button again, and you hit it again, and this is where you start setting up your ratios, how you want your pedal to respond. So you see that 5, that's your 5 pedal assist, and this is number 1, and I have a ratio of 24. Now I can't tell you what those ratios are. It's just a feel that you want on how you want your pedals to respond. If you set it very, very low, then the pedal assist doesn't really kick in that well. So you want to have it up at a specific number, but you just hit plus or minus to raise or lower that amount. Then you hit that I button that's here at the top again, and you can see this is number 2. I have it at a ratio of 35, 46 for 3, etc., etc., etc. And when you get it set just the way you want it, you go and hold your I button. And there's a lot of other pages there, plenty of documentation. I'm going to play with this a while. I'm sure I don't have it exactly where I want it. And I'm just going to have to ride it some until I figure out exactly the feel that I want that's personalized for my style of riding on an e-bike. I've taken the HEYBIKE Mars 2.0 up here to Lake Tobesofkee, to one of the 2 campgrounds that are here. This is Claystone Park. And this is a great, great area. If you're ever in Middle Georgia, right off of 475 at the Thomaston exit, just take that and come over here to one of these 2 campgrounds. So this is going to be Claystone. Arrowhead is the other one. It's on the other side of the lake. Great place for e-bikes. Great place. And here we are. You can see the bike here. We're going to ride around the camping ground. This has got both small and large, so you can bring everything from tents to big rigs over here. Beautiful view of the lake. Now I've got the bike and the pedal assist 1. A couple things that I will mention about this. Every controller for every bike is a little bit different. One of the things that I like about this one is it doesn't have a jump when you start pedaling. Some, you hit that pedal and it takes off like a rocket. I don't like that. I don't like jumping out, especially if you're right on the edge of traffic. I like to have a little bit of friction, and this one has that. It does have a bit of a delay when you stop pedaling. I've noticed that. And so, like if you're pulling up to a stop sign, those types of things, give yourself an extra second to stop. So make sure you do that. But when I hit this thing on full power, it takes off like a rocket. This thing will fly. They talk about having a 1,000-watt motor and 1,800 watt surge. Wow, when that surge kicks in, it takes off. We'll ride down just a little bit here and just kind of look at the area, go up hills, down hills, that type of thing. Just let you see how pretty this area is in Middle Georgia, November. And I'm out in shorts and a t-shirt. That happens one day and then the next day it doesn't. But we'll have some hills here we can climb. I wanted to test this on the hills. Here you go. I'll let you see the pretty lake that's here. It's pretty. Some kind of pretty, and we're seeing some color in the trees. Gorgeous lake. All right, I got my derailleur in 4 and then pedal assist at 1. And I'm sitting down and 0 effort to be able to pedal this as we pull through the big rig area and all the pull-throughs that are located here. And then your disc golf area is down to your right. Oh, that was shamefully effortless. It was so easy. And again, I'm continuing to go up this little slight incline, and there is nothing to it. So easy. And again, I've got the derailleur on 4, so that's helping with the pedal assist. But this is the campground area. Isn't it nice? There you go. There's some of the disc area that you can see down through there. And over here is just, just really walking paths, bike paths. That's the butterfly garden over there. Maybe enough flowers over there for a few butterflies. We're almost at the end of the season there. And then if you look over to your caterpillar nursery over there, and this is one of the many walking paths that you have here. Now, the reason I'm going this way is so that I can get some hills. I think hills are your telltale with an e-bike. All right, this is the steepest hill that I can find. I've got the Shimano's derailleur in 3, and I've got the pedal assist on 1. And let's see if I have to change things to make it up the hill. Still sitting down. Oh my goodness, this is just absolutely effortless, and you can appreciate it. This is probably about a 30-degree hill. Easy breezy. And here we go, another hill. One of the things I'm noticing is when you get to the hills and you start pedaling, and this is a good steep one here. Again, effortless. Look at a squirrel. They are everywhere today. It is just a nice little gentle kick in. Let's see how this performs in gravel. No problem. This is very loose gravel. Again, one of the reasons you want those big tires. No problem. All right, we'll get down into some loose sand, see how the loose sand works. Again, no issues. Manages it really well with these big soft tires. Now, I can't ride this on the beach. That's not allowed, but I can still get down into this parking area here. Very soft sand. No problem. There you go. So they've got the beach cleaned up. Doesn't it look awesome? See all the big, pretty, big houses out through here. There are a few palatial estates on Lake Tobo, aside from the recreation area. The big dam over there. Great place to ride a bike. Well, the bike really is a good ride. Hills are not an issue. The flat areas are great. I've had it in gravel. I've had it in soft sand. With those big 4-inch tires, 20-inch by 4-inch tires, makes it really easy and easy to control. And one of the things I'll let you know is that while I am filming, I'm riding with one hand, so I need a lot of control because I've got the camera in the other hand. But here again, you can see a lot of the inclines. It's a bit hilly. A number of areas here have these hills or downward slopes, and it's just a pretty place to ride your e-bike and camp, to do both of those. Really is nice. Again, beach season's a little bit off. If you wanted to come down here, you could. You're not going to get much of a tan. Playgrounds, all kinds of places to have picnics. A number of places that you can rent to have family gatherings, both covered and not covered. Really nice. The Mars 2.0 HEYBIKE has been an absolute blast. It's been so much fun riding it around Lake Tobesofkee over here, both in the campground, on the biking trails down by the beach. It's just effortless, and the very steep hill, I could just, never even had to stand up, never had to gear down, just an absolute breeze. It really is a nice bike, and when you look at all the accessories that it comes with, it really makes this bike a great value for we RVers. It already comes with fenders, comes with a very nice heavy-duty luggage rack, a very comfortable seat, very, very nice. And two versions. You can get the more economically priced version at 750 watts. That's a nice, powerful bike. And then this 1,000 watt bike has just got a tremendous amount of power. There is a slight pricing difference. The 750 watt version as of November 2024 is $999, and the 1,000 watt version is $1,199. But I've got some good news for you. They were very, very nice when they sent me the bike and said, we're going to give you a code for your viewers. So use the affiliate link that I'm having in the description below in this YouTube video, or go out to ilovervlife.com, where I have a full blog on this bike with the specs being shown. And if you use this link and use the code ilovervlife at checkout, guess what? You get another $100 off. So thanks again for HEYBIKE sending us the Mars 2.0. We really appreciate it, letting us show this with our viewers, looking for a value-priced but highly featured e-bike to use in our RV lifestyle. So thanks again, HEYBIKE. We really appreciate it. Well, if you haven't subscribed, would you do so? And if you like these types of videos, give us a thumbs up. And you know how I do these, don't you? Yeah, you got it. It's because I love RV life.